Hey guys. Alright, today we're going to be looking at a new Formant filter plugin. It's by AudioThing and it's called the Orb. And it's quite an interesting plugin. It came out, I think it was October 2016, so it's a couple months old, and something that just, I never actually saw it being announced or anything like that, so I missed out on it in October, and I just found it a couple days ago, and I thought, well, I'll definitely have to let people know about it because it's a very interesting effect. It's I can see it being quite a creative tool because what it actually does is it has band bandpass filters, three of them, and they enable you to sort of shape the sound into vowels, and you can choose different vowels from male range, female range, child range, that sort of thing, and you can also edit and change those frequency ranges to kind of just suit yourself. And it's also got a couple of LFOs to create some movement of those sort of vowel sounds. So basically it's very creative because I can see myself going and putting this on a track and then just playing around with it, and if I get an interesting effect, just keeping it, because I don't think this is something that would be something that I would think, sort of come up with in advance and go, oh wait, the Orb's gonna have a perfect sound for me in this. I would just play around with it in each instance and see what I get. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't, and then keep it or don't. So that's the way I see it working. But so what I'm gonna do is I've actually got it set up on a couple of tracks, or at least I'm gonna set them up on a couple of tracks. What I've got for you here is some breakbeat type thing. I'll play some of that. Basic breakbeat. I've got some strings. I've got a pad. I've got a choir and then another choir. Just two different types of sounds of vocals, because I thought that would be interesting to throw it on a vocal. And kept it very basic, nice long sort of draggy type sounds other than the drums, because I want you to really pick up on the effect that the plugin's having. If, for example, you had like a sharp, quick ARP type sound, you would obviously have an effect, but it just it wouldn't be as noticeable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through them, play the sound without it, and then play, with the Orb on, and then we'll just play around and see if we can come up with some cool sounds. Now on drums, I'm using the demo, guys, so that's what comes up with the demo. Also, there's a silence break every 45 seconds or something, but you won't really pick up on that while we're demoing it. And in fact, I think the plugin's quite cheap. It's $49, so if you like the sound of it, it's very affordable. Right, let's go ahead and play this drum loop. And that's without it. I'm going to turn it on, and it's in a default position. Now in its default position, as you can tell, it's just doing a bit of filtering at the moment, is pretty much what you're getting from it. But let's go ahead and play around with that a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn that on. So this is now becoming a bit of a creative filter, because let's just say you went into a bridge part and you just wanted your drums to be filtered like that, like a lot of guys do in like a bridge part. You could go this route and have a little bit of feeling to it. There are a couple of presets, and I know there's a drum one, so let's go and select that. And what I'll do is I'll bypass it. I really like that. I'm going to go through one or two more. Some interesting stuff. So you can already see that there will be so many creative ways you can use this. It's just a matter of going through and seeing what works on your particular song. You could also select a preset and then just play around with it. So if you like this metallic, you could always select it and play around with the various other parts. There's also a random functionality, so if you hit that, it just randomizes to one of, I wouldn't say another preset, but it just really randomizes all your different controls. Once you've, if you are using the random mode, which again would become very much a creative tool, if you are using it, what you can also do is you can right click and you can actually just lock certain parameters that you feel are really making a difference and ones that you want to keep. And once you have, I'll just show you, for example, lock random, you can go ahead and click random and it'll stay in its place. Now let's just say I liked what was going on. Yeah, I could lock that and we could keep going. So that's also pretty cool. Okay, there we go. Let's move on from the drums and see what it sounds like on strings, because I know the strings it's going to have a really nice effect. And it's always going to do this when you bring up an instance, but anyways, let's just go from default and start playing around a bit. With a bit of tweaking, that could be really cool. I like that. And it just goes to show how creative this thing is, because you could take some strings like that, which are really just like, I think there's like 3 note changes throughout the whole thing, and you could just take that and you could throw this on, and immediately you could have yourself a bit of an ARP or a bit more of a melody going on. See, that movement that it's giving it is really, really changing the sound of it, and it's really cool. I'll just go flip through a few more. So there we go. You can tell that it's got a lovely effect on sounds like strings and pads and things. So you could keep get the demo and then just flip through those. But you can see how this thing's working. So I'm hoping you guys are getting a taste for what it does. Okay, sorry, I have the string still selected. Let's move to the pad now. So there's a lot of options there. I'm gonna actually just remove these vocals from here quickly and just add the drums here. That's just beautiful. I mean, there's so much I can do with that. I could really just I could pretty much just grab some pads and throw them onto, onto my track to start with as a creative idea. Grab the orb, throw it on there, and then create something fantastic to start with, and then just work my whole track from there. So I actually really like it. I really like what it does to pads, especially, and strings and things like that. But let's move along so that we can get through the different sounds. And that's on a choir vocal right now. Let's just go through some. Just bear in mind, guys, now and again when I'm getting the audio cutting out there, that's actually just because it's the demo. It's not because the plugin's faulty or anything like that. Fantastic. So we're seeing, you can sort of see what, the different ways you could possibly use this. I'm going to drop it on this last instance of Atmosphere here, and basically it's very similar type thing that I'm using here. It's just a different vocal sound. It 100% changes the sound. There's nothing the same about that. That's went from a pretty boring choir sound to a really cool jazzed up sound that I could probably use in a track or whatever the case is. So that's pretty much the orb. And as I say, there is a demo. So if you haven't really heard the sound you're looking for in my walkthrough here, then go grab the demo. It's on their website. You can download it here, and it's a really small download and a quick installation, and you could give this lovely new plugin a try. Alright, thanks guys, and I'll catch you soon.